From border security to terrorism and THC, Governor Abbott is making decisions that have wide-ranging impacts on Texans.
Everyone says they love what we're doing, especially what we're doing to secure the border, keep our community safe.
We catch up with the governor in an informal setting, getting his perspective on issues and policies making headlines.
These, like I said, are great guidelines for living, great historical guidelines for our nation.
A clash of beliefs playing out in Texas classrooms.
It's important to stand up for what you believe in and to stand against things that you feel are wrong.
As court battles continue over the 10 Commandments in schools, we look closer at how the fight is leading some teachers to make tough choices.
The concentration of butterflies goes up, and the impact of roadkill increases as well.
Texas takes major steps to keep monarch butterflies from being killed by cars during migration season, why some people worry a move from the federal government could create a new risk.
Produced from the Capitol in Austin and airing statewide, this is the award-winning State of Texas.
Hello, and thank you for joining us. I'm Dylan McKim, in for Josh Hinkle. Since Governor Greg Abbott launched his campaign for re-election, he's been making big headlines. From property taxes to border security, he's highlighted policies that could have wide-ranging effects on Texans. He's also a key figure in the court battle over redistricting maps. I had the chance to speak with the governor to get his take on some of these big issues. We caught up with the governor at a tailgate event before a Texas State football game. Amid the festive atmosphere, he took on our questions, including the district court opinion that cited the governor's own words as evidence the redistricting map was racial gerrymandering. With the case now before the Supreme Court, he pushed back on the lower court's finding.
Listen, everything was done exactly as it needed to be done. The only thing that matters evidentiary is to make sure of what the legislative intent was. And the legislators were very clear in what they did. It's only them who took a vote and only them who voted on the maps. The governor doesn't vote on the maps. And so we know for a fact that there is no racial bias whatsoever.
The governor said he believes the Supreme Court will allow the maps to stand for next year's elections.
Listen, I do not want to speak for them. However, them putting a pause on it the way they did is a very promising sign.
The governor also made news when he declared CARE, the Council on American-Islamic Relations, a terrorist organization. I asked him about his main concerns.
So there were two that we identified, two of which have historical connections to terror. For easy example, one of the founders of the Texas version of CARE is in prison right now for 65 years for financing terrorism. And after October the 7th, the executive director of CARE was praising what Hamas did, and what Hamas did, among other things, was to kill American citizens. That is terror, and we need to make sure we're not going to have organizations in the state of Texas that sponsor terror.
CARE has filed a lawsuit against the governor over the statement. Their leaders say the organization is a civil rights group and that his declaration is an anti-Muslim publicity stunt. The governor says it's about keeping Texans safe.
This is part of the law enforcement agenda that I've been in favor of ever since I've been a judge, and that's to make sure our state is safer, and we're safer by purging terrorism from our state.
I asked the governor about the ongoing Operation Lone Star and whether he plans to pull back troops assigned to the border as crossings have drastically declined.
Right now, Texas has more than 3,000 National Guard on the border. Likely will maintain around that number during the entirety of the Trump administration. Because of what Trump is doing, it's led to all-time record lows in border crossings. One thing also that happened is with the passage of the One Big Beautiful Bill, there are billions of dollars in there to build border wall in the state of Texas, as well as to provide other assets for Texas. So Texas is now working hand in hand with the Trump administration. Our National Guard, some of them are deputized as Border Patrol agents. Our DPS who are working down there are authorized to work alongside ICE to make sure they're arresting and deporting those who are here illegally.
The governor also shared his take on legislation passed by Congress to ban hemp-derived THC products. He supported state legislation to regulate those products. The governor said it's still not clear what this means for the Texas hemp industry.
So we still need to look through what the congressional legislation did to see is it absolute, are there openings and gaps here and there, and we got to figure out exactly what was done, what was not done, and then figure out what the pathway forward is.
At events like this tailgate, the governor takes a lot of pictures and shakes a lot of hands. I asked him what he's hearing from the people he meets.
Everyone says they love what we're doing, especially what we're doing to secure the border, keep our community safe. Talk to me about cutting property taxes. They know about my property tax bill. They want to see that passed.
The governor has a 5-part plan to cut property taxes. The one that's getting a lot of attention is his plan to abolish the school district property tax. Governor Abbott said that part of the plan would only apply to homesteads, not commercial properties.
It's important to stand up for what you believe in and to stand against things that you feel are wrong.
A new state law pushes one Texas teacher to quit her job, while supporters say it's an essential display of values. We look closer at the debate over faith, freedom, and the future of public schools. A law meant to protect the innocent, used to hide critical details after deadly encounters. We look back at the fight to close the dead suspect loophole and why it matters to you.